Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf back in Feed the Beasts Stoneblock 3 with another tutorial let's play video. Now if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the quest book. Last episode we built ourselves a steam engine. You can see that, operating behind me there. This is going to be powering all of our create machines, or at least all of the early game create machines. This episode though, what I was originally going to work on was the crushing wheel here. But the thing with the crushing wheel is that we need to make ourselves some mechanical crafters. That in and of itself isn't very difficult. I mean, there just could be some crafting tables, some brass casings. We can make brass in our smeltery. That's not a problem. But where we hit a little bit of a wall is for this Electron tube. That's because it's going to require some polished rose quartz, which is going to require some rose quartz, which is going to mean a whole bunch of redstone dust and some nether quartz. Now, the redstone dust is not an issue. We can get that by running dust through our little washer over here. The quartz is another matter. To get quartz in our world, we're actually going to have to go to the nether portion of the overworld. So if we flip over to the exploration tab, you can see we're most of the way through these stone layers. All we got to do is go a little bit further. That's going to get us to the deep slate. Beyond that is going to be the nether. Now, the nether starts at around 1,000 blocks from spawn. So my staircase up, if we keep going up, we're going to hit the roof of the world. And that's going to be a whole bunch of bedrock. That's not going to work for us. What we're going to have to do is create a new tunnel, probably straight out in our world. The cool thing is, though, if we start doing that, there's a chance that we're going to hit a stone dungeon or a spawner dungeon, both of which are going to be really, really cool. Regardless, that means we're going to have to do a whole bunch of digging this episode. I'm going to start out by upgrading this pickaxe, but before we really get started, now would be a great time to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post a new video to my channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content and you want to support, click on the join button down below. Check out all the perks I've got available for new community members, one of which is the supporter shout out. You might have seen some of these popping up through my videos. Alternately, you check out my Patreon page. There's a link down below in the description. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So, like I said, our first step for this episode is to upgrade this stone pickaxe. I've got a couple of options to make it a little bit better. It's certainly not going to be the best one that I can make yet, but with the materials we got available, I think our best option for a new head is going to be the rose gold. That's because it gives us a 9 speed right off the bat. And then we can upgrade our tool rod to iron, mainly because it gives us a 1.1 on the durability. There are better items that we can change them to, but right now these are going to be the easiest ones for us. So I've got a little bit of rose gold left over from previous. To make more rose gold in our smelter, we're going to need to mix gold ingots and copper ingots. And then I'm going to throw these other 2 rose gold in there. So that's all melted up and alloyed. What we're going to do is we're going to come over to our part builder. I need to make a pickaxe head. I'm going to make it out of cobblestone for this. And then I'm going to grab one of these blank sand casts. We're going to come over to our casting table. I'm going to go put the blank sand cast in there. I'm going to put the stone pickaxe head. It actually got sucked into this chest. I've added some hoppers down below. And then we're going to go turn that into rose gold. So there we go. There's our rose gold pickaxe head. The other thing I'm going to want to do, because I'm going to be going out 1,000 blocks mining, I don't want to have to come back to repair this tool. So I'm going to take this opportunity to make a repair kit. Now, because I'm going to want to make multiples of these, let's go grab... I think it's going to be 2 gold ingots. We're going to come over here. We're going to melt these in here now. There you go. Because there isn't any additional copper in there, it's not alloying, so it's going to stick as regular gold. Let's come back over here. We're going to go put the stone repair kit in there. We're going to pour gold over that. That's going to get us a repair kit cast. Now I'm going to go flick this switch. Ooh, that's making gold out of that. I didn't realize that was going to leave me with some extra gold, and I don't actually have a proper pick. All right, so here's my old stone paxel. I had put it away because I wasn't really expecting, I didn't want to use up an inventory spot for something that I wasn't planning on actually using. Let's go sear table and repair kit cast. Now we flick it on. It's going to make us some rose gold repair kits, which we can use on our rose gold pickaxe. All right, this should be the last one. Oh, I think it's got one more. No, that is the last one there. That's perfect. Let's go grab those out, plus the rose gold pickaxe head. Let's take that out. We're going to put the repair kit cast in there because I don't want to have that on hand. And then last but not least, what we're going to do is we're going to make another tool handle, stone tool handle. And then we're going to come over here with the blank sand cast, throw the stone tool handle in there. We've now made a stone tool handle temporary cast. And then I'm just going to go make that out of iron. All right, so that is melted. We're going to come back over here. Ooh, it's a good thing. That's what I wanted. Let's turn that switch off. We're going to go replace the gold ingot cast on there because that's probably what we're going to want the most. Let's take that handle out. We're going to come over to our Tinker Station. Let's click. Actually, from here, we should be able to take our pickaxe, our rose gold head, and our sturdy iron tool. Actually, it's only letting us do one at a time. So there it is with the upgraded pickaxe head. Let's put it back in. There's the handle. There it is with the handle. And I got 4 upgrade slots. I've picked up a diamond from the loot bee, and I've also picked up a couple of emeralds. So now would be a good opportunity to throw those on there. It's only letting me do one at a time. Now this is going to really upgrade our durability on there. The other thing it's going to do, a little bit of attack damage. It upgrades our tier from gold to diamond, and then our mining speed goes up to 11, which is really good as well. So we'll take that, and then let's go throw the emerald on. We've now again increased our durability, which is good. And I think that's really about it on this one. It increases our pierce damage as well. But the big benefit from that is going to be the extra durability. So there you go. We've now got a rose gold pickaxe. We got a bunch of rose gold repair kits. All we got to do now is mine ourselves out 1,000 blocks. Let's do this. Let's do it in this direction here. I think this is probably the best way to go. So we're probably going to speed run through this, or we're going to jump ahead. I will see you when something happens. All right, this is actually looking a little bit bigger than I was expecting. I was hoping to kind of just go around this. I'm curious if this is on the exact same level as I am. I kind of imagine it is. Okay, so this dungeon isn't on the same level as I am, or at least this part right over here. So that's okay. Let's keep going forward. Maybe we'll get lucky. I kind of want to do the dungeon, but I'm not really set up for it quite yet. I've got no weapons and armor, so I kind of feel like our best bet is to just keep moving forward at this point. Well, there we go. There is our first broken pickaxe. This takes that rose gold head, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. We're almost back up to full. This should get us pretty much the rest of the way. Because you can see up in the top corner there, we're at about 600. So we got about 400 more blocks to go before we hit the nether side. All right, definitely looks like we're coming up on something here. I got a feeling that's going to be the nether. Now, how lucky we're going to be to find the quartz, that's going to be a completely different question. And I'm looking at it, I'm down to 1 torch, and I did not bring any materials for another one. There we go. So there's nether rack. So we're definitely hit the nether. And that is our last torch. I am very surprised we didn't come across any coal on our way. All right, here's a weird thought. Rather than go all the way back, I'm going to take this iron. We're going to make ourselves a stone crafting table. We're going to make ourselves a stone furnace. Let's smelt 1. Is this going to be enough? All right, so iron and flint gets us flint and steel. We're going to have to light some fires. And that is the end of my pickaxe. As much as I don't want to, I think I gotta go back. Okay, so we are back. And I was doing a little bit of digging, and if we can get some soul sand, we're gonna be able to wash that to get quartz as well. So we got 2 options here. Hopefully we're going to be able to get 1 here. This is turning into a much longer episode than I thought it was going to be. I haven't even got to the building phase yet. But I can see a little bit of soul sand on the map. So hopefully I should have built some gold armor. All right, let's try going up a bit. So when I hover over these blocks, it's saying Y59. I thought I was already at that, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we still got to go up a ways. 55. Oh, something definitely fell there. There's some... Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, there's definitely something right there. Let's try to come into this from the side, though. Oh boy. Oh wait, there's... That's not good. That's not good. We're not prepared to fight this. Okay, so I am back. I took a little bit of a break. I did a little bit of research, and I might be kind of going about this all wrong. Certainly, it seems possible that I'm going to find random quartz in the walls, but obviously it's a pretty low chance of doing that. I was sure I was going to find some just by digging a tunnel in here. Soul sand seems to be the best option. We know there's some right above me. If I can get just 1 piece, we can actually make our own soul sand in our base. I guess it's called bulk haunting, but with the fan behind soul fire, which I can get by lighting soul sand on fire, I can convert sand into more soul sand. I can then use that soul sand with the bulk washing to get our nether quartz. So that basically means I just need to get 1 piece of soul sand, and I was pretty sure when we came up there was 1 there. That evoker kind of scared me away though. So let's go and see if we can't sneakily move back up again. And we kind of came over here. There it is right there. Okay, let's block that off. And I kind of feel right there. Go block that up again. So there's 1 piece of soul sand. Now have the opportunity to make our own soul sand. I think that's what we're going to do. Because this is taking a long time. And it's been super, super dangerous. I really kind of want to go in there, but I'm not kitted out for it yet. We've got a little bit ways to go before we're ready to properly assault one of these dungeons. So the good thing is I think we know where 1 of each type is. It's just a matter of preparing ourselves to do it. Okay, so we are back at our base. Before I go and set up the soul sand blower, I think they called it the bulk haunting. There's a couple other things that we got to get on the go. One of which is that we're going to need a little bit of paper. That means we're going to need some sugarcane. To get sugarcane in your world, we're going to need to take a crook and then some sand. I've got way more sand here than I hope I'm going to need before we get a piece of sugarcane. But let's go into a little bit more of an open area. Let's start with 12 and... Oh, there we go. We got that right off the first bat. So 2 pieces of sugarcane, that's perfect. Let's go over to my little growing area. This is where I've set up my hopping botany pots. And I got 1 ready to go here with sand and a piece of sugarcane. And that is growing fairly quick. And I just had a thought. 1, 2 sand does make snad. Snad is usually the speedy way to grow things like sugarcane. Let's let it make its first growth here. Any second now. There we go. All right, so let's go replace that with the snad. It is visibly growing a little bit quicker there. So that is kind of cool. So we'll let this go in the background for a little bit. We just need 3 pieces so we can make ourselves some paper. The other thing that we're going to need is some brass casings. Now, to make brass in the smeltery, we're going to need some copper ingots and some zinc ingots. This is a 1-to-1 recipe, so we'll throw 10 and 10 each in there. And then let's make sure that is off. And what do we have in here? That is the gold, the ingot cast. So that's been converted to molten brass. Let's turn that on. We'll make ourselves the brass ingots. And then we're going to need 7 of these casings. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to have to strip them. And you know what? I used up my paxel. So we're going to have to make another one, or at least a stone axe really quick here. So there you go. The simple stone axe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've stripped all those logs. How are our, there we go, 20 brass ingots. We're going to go 1, 2, oh boy, I'm putting the torches on there. Let's go take those off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll break that down. There you go. We should have the paper ready to go. So 3 sugarcane in the crafting table gets us paper. And since we're right here, it's probably a good opportunity to do that. We're going to need to make ourselves some sandpaper. Now, to make sandpaper, it is just a block of sand and a piece of paper. So 1 paper, 1 sand, we got our sandpaper. It looks durability 8, so we should have enough off of 1 sandpaper to do the 7 rose quartz that we need to make. So all we got left to do is get our quartz. Now, I'm going to have to revise our current washing system. I've got it set up as like a suck. And that works well with the water, but I don't think that's going to work okay with the flame. We're going to have to revert this into a push. That means I'm going to have to change where this is coming from. All right, so as far as I can tell, the only way we can do this is to bump the whole thing down. So I've added a cog down below. This one's now spinning reverse of the one up at top. We're going to take our enclosed fan. And let's just make sure. Okay, so that's now blowing. That's perfect. So let's break that. Soul sand in the space. Light it on fire. Now if we take our sand, we should be able to just toss that in there. Oh, it's got to actually get in there. It's got to actually just get in there. There we go. And that should convert up to a couple of different things, but including quartz. We need 7 pieces of quartz. Oh no, sorry, this is coming into the soul sand. This is coming up to soul sand is what we're making. There we go. All right, so there's our soul sand. So we're going to put that out. We're going to put some trapdoors down there. We're going to replace this with water. And now we throw the soul sand into the water. Oh wow, that throws it out quite a bit. Let's try this one more time. So soul sand, soul sand. Now it's going to turn into a bunch of different things, one of which is going to be quartz. Oh, I see something's changed already. There we go. So 7 quartz, that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. What else did we pick up from there? Some gold nuggets, some glowstone dust. And that's really it. It's the quartz seems to be the main resource we get from the soul sand. Well, that's perfect. We'll come back over here. Like I said previously, we're going to need 7 rose quartz. So to make rose quartz, it is 1 piece of regular quartz in a crafting table with 8 pieces of redstone dust. We're also going to need 7 crafting tables. Now these are the stone crafting tables, which is 4 pieces of cobblestone in a crafting table. So all we got to do now is polish the redstone quartz. There's a couple of different ways we can do it. We can throw something on the floor while looking at it, hold the sandpaper. There we go. There's one. Alternately, what we can do is we can throw this into our offhand and then do it that way. Offhand's probably the easier way of doing it. It's a little bit quicker. And there you go. We've now got 7 polished rose quartz. We could have also built a create machine to do that, but for 7, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. We are also going to need some iron sheets. Now, we've done this one previously with our mechanical press over here. But we're going to take the iron ingot, we're going to place it onto our mechanical press, which is being powered by a Create steam engine. There you go. There's our 7 iron sheets. Come back over here. So 7 polished rose quartz and a crafting table with 7 iron sheets will get us 7 electron tubes. The 7 electron tubes, the 7 brass casings, and the 7 crafting tables will get us 21 mechanical crafters. This is what we're going to need to use to make ourselves the crushing wheel, plus a whole bunch of other stuff. A lot of the chicken eggs and that are going to require these mechanical crafters as well. So this is definitely a step in the right direction for us. But since we are in here in the questing book, let's go jump onto the... Oh, you know what? We didn't get the award for reaching the Nether because we haven't actually reached the deep slate one, which is you got to go up to get to that. And it's probably why I didn't recognize that we were near those dungeons as well. So that's something we're going to have to work on for the future. But we did make ourselves the mechanical crafter, random reward there. Crafter tier 2, that seems a little advanced for us, but we'll have to take a look at that. But you know what? I think that's going to be it for this one, guys. We'll set up the mechanical crafters next episode when we do the crushing wheels. For now, though, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.